good morning. Well, it's Monday. Here at Home Depot, but I'm fixing to get out of here. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go head back to the park that I've been staying at. I'm not gonna muck around with my bed at all. I do have some dishes I gotta put away, so before I move. So let me throw some shorts on and we can get started. In September of 2021, I flew to Texas, bought an empty cargo truck, then drove it 1,100 miles back to Wisconsin, where I spent the following year building it out into a tiny living space. Now, I'm planning to travel the US, Mexico, and possibly Canada. I'm Jack Smackey. Sit back and join me while I take you along on a van life adventure. Decided to make some late night snacks, so that consisted of the steamer basket and of course the big pot to boil some water, and while I boiled water I made udon noodles. So what I had for dinner last night was the barbecue beef and some udon noodles, so that was pretty tasty. Now what I don't want to do is forget to close this door. I've already had a couple of situations. Reorganized this cabinet a little bit and got rid of some stuff in there that was problematic, let's just say. But otherwise, stow everything here before we move. Definitely got to do that. There. Perfect. Had a drink last night, so have to say that I've been in pretty good shape for that. Drinking wise, one of my concerns was because I've drank alcohol all my life, adult life, even as a teenager to a degree, and I guess I didn't realize, actually how much alcohol I had been drinking until I sort of decided to slow down. One of the things that I thought about was when I get out here on the road, if I don't have my drinking in absolute control, I'm going to get myself into some serious shit, and I didn't really want to have to deal with any of that. And when I say control, is I always felt that I was reasonable in drinking, that I didn't, my personality didn't change, or I didn't get aggressive, or I did drink a lot, but I guess I felt that I was sort of in control of how much I was drinking, but I was just drinking a lot. So every day for a certain amount, and it just it was too much, So now I just have a couple, and I'm good with that. So, and I don't drink every single day. professional like I was. So at any rate, well, I'm going to do a morning ritual, but I'm going to do it not here. I'm going to do it at the park. I just want to get out of here. So let's throw our sandals on. Flies were out yesterday at the park, and we got one flying around here now. I'm glad it was only one and not 10. So now the other problem that I've got here is not really a problem, but a concern is getting to the park. There's a low bridge, 12'6", and I'm pretty sure I'm below 12'6" with the vents open. But I'm going to shut them anyways, because the last thing I want to mess around with is replacing those vents. So, all right, let's grab into the cab. All right. All right, there we go. Set that right there for a second. Stay there. All right, so go to get our destination here.
Starting route to Labonte Park.
Now it's only.
Proceed to I-69, access E69, access River, add, then turn right.
It's only an 8-minute drive, so it's not very far, which is kind of nice. All right, now that we're in the vehicle, you can see I'm in a Home Depot parking lot here. Definitely got humid. I have to wait for my windshield here to defrost. You can see on the dash, I haven't wiped it in a couple of days. This is all the sand from when I was at Padre Island National Seashore. There's sand all over the dash. Sand on the floor. There's just sand everywhere. I gotta find a vacuum. But uh-oh. Dude running my way. Well, okay. Changed his mind. That's good. Not quite sure. That was weird. See someone running right towards me. Oh, there's another camper. Someone else decided to check out Home Depot for tonight. Now, when I first came here, I was probably two bays of parking over that way. And if you can see the semi trucks back there, I woke up in the middle of the night at one of these semi trucks because I was parked fairly back, and he was like inches from the side of my van trying to back up into the hole back there. So now I stay, closer this way, and so that's a lot better. Boy, I can't wait to get the sleep out of my eyes. All right, let's get out of here. I got a tow haul button, and I've been using that, so that works out pretty good. Now, this isn't a very long drive. And I've done it quite a few times already. Still having issues seeing out my front windshield. So it's not really too bad. Roads are definitely weird.
Turn right onto Leopard Street.
Like weird in terms of what I remember. What I remember back in Wisconsin.
At the light, turn right onto I-6090 access E6090 access River at then I-6090 access right onto I-69 north toward I-37.
That was a mouthful. I got a chuckle every time I hear that. Boy, the humidity. I don't want to mess around with this shit. So you got the main highway, and then you've got, call it a north-south access roads, and the access roads run
In 2.6 miles, take exit 16 toward Labonte Park. Use the left lane to keep left to merge onto I-69 north toward I-37.
All right, yeah. So you've got the main highway, and then on each side or each direction of traffic, you got an access road.
In 2.4 miles, take exit 16 toward Labonte Park.
And the access road's one way, and it goes the same direction as the highway goes. But it just gives you access to all of the businesses and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're traveling at 70 miles an hour.
In 2 miles, take exit 16 toward Labonte Park.
Now, the issue I was talking about before is there's a lot of construction down on this exit. They're doing a lot of work on the bridges, and there's an low bridge access, which is pretty crazy. I don't know. Once you get in there, there's no way of getting out. Because it's a one-way situation, you know. So you better hope that you're going to fit under the bridge. So I definitely
exit 16 toward Labonte Park.
I definitely wouldn't want to take this ramp at night. All right, now this is where it gets kind of hairy. Give us some space here. I don't have anybody behind me. So this is a one-way access road. So once you get down here, you know, there's no outlet. There's only one way.
I-37 access E37 access road.
You got a river straight ahead. And so here's the bridge access. That's a 10'6" or 10 foot, and this one here is 12'6", which, like I say, I'm definitely under 12'6", but you got some rebar hanging down. Somebody already hit that, so it's quite sketchy coming through here. Yeah, even I've done this now, I don't know, a dozen times, and it just doesn't change how sketchy it is. And there you go, here's the park.
In half a mile, turn right onto I-37 access E37 access
So now,
road.
this here is confused because we were already in the park. We are already in the park. So there's little stalls all along here. Pavilions are brand new with the picnic tables, and the grills are brand new. I'm sure a few of them or all of them have probably been used. They were new the last week, 10 days ago. They put them in. Now they've got some porta potties, but there's no running water whatsoever, so there's no way, there's nothing to wash up with. And this Levante Park now, as of April 1st, they stopped allowing overnight camping. They let you stay here up to 6 days per month with a permit. So, and I was informed by the park ranger that they were no longer going to do that, allow that. So, all right, I'm going to pull in over here. There we go. I like that. All right. I think the sun's going to come out, so that'll be a good thing. Put this up here to keep the heat from barreling in. Crack the windows, and we'll open up the back. Grab my phone. All right, so this is Levante Park. Now this is some sort of grassland over here. I don't think the city owns this open area. Which is kind of weird because you'd think they'd have that as an extension to this park, but it does go for quite a ways that way, and there's a lot of stuff that's not really apparent, but there's more park access. Kind of a shame. I mean, there's trash cans and things here. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. It's actually terrible trash here. Like literally shameful. Too bad. Kind of sucks to see that. It really does. Yep, so there's the grills. You know, and there's a trash can right over there. So it's not. Kind of a little disgusted. You know, I've been staying at this park on and off now for a couple of weeks. I did stay here six days total, 6 nights, but otherwise I've just been coming during the day and hanging out because it's pretty quiet here. I mean, there's quite a few people, but you know, when I park in a slot here, nobody else really sort of collects. You know, everyone just kind of grabs an area and then they're happy with that. So it works out pretty good. But yeah. Open up the van, get some air in here. The humidity is still pretty high. I don't know what it is. I can't read that up in there. Let's open up the bag. Nice. Nice. City workers out there. Okay. Well, let's break this bed down and set up for the day. So far, I've been worried about doing this because obviously the humidity is so high that I'm rolling up my bedding and putting it in a cupboard that it's gonna, you know, smell, mold. Now I washed the bedding just before I got here, so it's been a few weeks. But so far it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell as expecting it would. Musty, you know, from sweat and humidity and stuff. Probably due for another wash, but we'll do that down in Brownsville. I'm really happy that I decided to put these sheets on the cushions. They have saved me probably a lot of excess cleaning. yeah, definitely saved a lot of down the road, a lot of upholstery care. You know, I don't know. I'm just happy about that. All right, well, let's wash your face, get the sleep out of my eyes, brush my teeth. But I don't have anything pressing today, so it's just going to be relaxing. I don't need to do any sort of big food prep today because I got the smoked salmon from yesterday. There's what did I say? 9 servings of salmon that I got out of that. 5 are in the fridge. The other 4 are in the freezer. We'll see how that freezes. I don't know how well salmon freezes. But the smoked salmon, yesterday's poke bowl, was really, really good. So don't have to do that. All right, let's get the sleep out of our eyes. Can't shower every day, so try to do my best to keep smelling fresh. Every few days or whatever, I'll do a sponge bath kind of thing. Get a rag and soap it up and wash myself. Oh, more better. Coconut oil. Just organic coconut oil. Does a pretty nice job of making the beard nice and supple. Healthy. I burned off quite a bit of it in the fire when I was cleaning up my property. I had a big bonfire and I got too close to the fire. So it's too hot, way too hot, and burnt my beard, burn it off, and just did a number on it, the health wise. Just like that, we're done. A little bit of a little go bag here, just the essentials in it. And that's it. Clean up the mess. Seems to be never ending, but at the end of the day, it's a decent setup. I like it. It's okay. It's not bad. I think the knives are a little close to the sink, but we're using them on a day-to-day basis. Every day. using them every day, so it's not really a big deal. But look at this view. Now, I have to argue that the trailer is really not that awesome to look at. Really wasn't my vision when I bought the van and decided to keep the door. But I really needed the trailer. I mean, once I got the trailer and I started putting it to use, I realized how much I actually needed it. And I'm very fortunate to have been able to get one, and all of the upgrades made to the van to be able to haul it and tow it. It's been amazing so far. Just a few weeks that I've had it. But I'm getting used to the situation. You know, I can still see the side of the van that I typically sit on, which is the passenger side of the van. That's because the monitor for the computer is over on the other side. I can sit here at any point on the couch or the seat here and watch a movie or a video. Get comfortable, lay down, take a nap, all kinds of stuff, which is probably something I'll do, is take a nap today. I don't, like I said, don't have anything pressing, and I'm not really in a really big hurry. Tomorrow I'm waiting for the FedEx package for that Victron data cable. So once that shows up, I'll probably be heading towards Brownsville, Texas, which is home of the SpaceX developmental site. Can't wait to get down there. I'm super excited to see that Starship rocket. So, but at any rate, that's it. I think I'm going to call her. That was pretty much my morning routine. Stayed at Home Depot parking lot overnight. I got there probably, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night, and didn't really cause any fanfare outside the van. I used the pass-through and came right into the van, and I'm not sure, I haven't really looked how much light the van emanates at night with me using the computer and stuff. I know I can see it through the door here, which I kind of thought about getting a blackout curtain. It'll have to go on outside, separate from the actual door, because of the way the screen is. It would kind of make it awkward and difficult to deploy and retract, per se. If I had to do it from inside the van, it just wouldn't work. I'd have to actually open the door to deploy it. So, but otherwise, I haven't had any troubles. I haven't had anybody, knock on my door so far and say that I'm, can't be here. And that, of course, gets back to the drinking part, which, if I get myself into a situation where I'm in a place where, someone does knock on my door and says, hey, you can't overnight here, to stay in control of how much I've had to drink, so that way I can drive away, and not only drive away, but drive away safely and drive away without fear of a DUI or OWI. Because, like I said, that would be terrible. That would be bad. Be very challenging. It would be expensive for the ticket, the tow and the storage for this rig and getting it out of there. It would be on top of the fine, and everything would just be stupid. So I definitely want to be very cautious about that. But anyway, with that said, I'm going to wrap this up. I've got 40 minutes of video. Be able to cut this down and hopefully make it a one complete video. We'll see how that goes. But either way, I appreciate it. Thanks. for checking us out. I'll say it now, if you haven't jumped on board, subscribed, please do so. It helps me out trying to grow this channel a little bit. And otherwise, check out other social medias, Twitter, Instagram. I am slowly implementing Facebook. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, my main is Twitter and Instagram, and I do some day-to-day blogging on my private Discord. So if you're interested in jumping on board that, feel free to ask about it. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to check out next week's video. And if you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe.